Hi everyone, so today I'll be walking you through this application that I have designed using ASP.NET. This is my first time of actually working with ASP. I'm familiar with Laravel and PHP and I've done a lot of projects on that. But today I've chosen to use ASP.NET to develop this web application. And without further ado, let's get started. So now I have opened my Visual Studio, and as you can see, I have a directory that I named my first core app, which tells us that this is actually my first time of working with ASP.NET. So opening the directory, so the directory contains a lot of folders. I have an API folder, we have bin, to database connection, model, objects, pages, properties, OTs, and root. All these folders or directories each contains file that perform different functions. So opening the API directory, so we have agency.cs, and this CS stands for C sharp. C sharp. So this is an API that enables me to get my agency and revenue. And so we have a bin, and this bin folder or bin directory is a configuration file from the installation of the ASP.NET. So we have a database connection, so which I actually created. So we have a database EPA CS that enable me to connect with my SQL server. And as you can see, this is the connection string. So we have a server, the local host, the database, and the database is smart revenue. We have the user, so we have the password also, and there's another method that enable me to get these connections. And so we have a response data, the query that enable me to run a query, and I have another method that enable me to execute a query. So that's that about that. So moving on to the model directory. So this model directory enables me to perform a lot of things. So I have an agency model, I have a bill model, I have a taxpayer model, and this taxpayer model contains majorly two methods. So like a login method. So this is a login method, and login method accept a parameter which is input the type of login data model, and this is the query. It is actually fun to be working with the code like this, and then it's up and down to get it to have a comment, so they perform different functions. So we have a register method also, and that takes parameter to a model, which is the type of taxpayer input model. And as you can see here, this is the register. For a taxpayer to register, you have to supply your name, the last name, the email, the phone, the sex, the password, and many like that. So we have the table definition, and this table definition, this is the list of my tables that I have in my database. So I have defined each table in these files. So we have an object folder is a configuration folder. We have a pages too, and these pages contain each page in my application. So we have a B page, so we have harmonize, we have the single that contains index.cs.html, which stands for C sharp HTML, and this is the model that is attached to this index.cl. So for the sources too, we have sources.cs.html. So it is literally saying that for every page that you have, there must be a model that is attached to it. So as you can see, this is the page and this is the model attached to the page, right? So we have the dashboard too, and we have a share folder, like a sidebar, like a top bar. So that's why these are called shared folder, and this is my layout. We have a component, else like that. So well, in order not to bore you with my talk and a lot of things, so let's get this application running. So I'm going to get this application running. So I'm open my terminal in ASP.NET. So you can start your host by just typing .NET watch run. So Now, so after typing this and running this on your command, you just wait for it to start building the application. After building the application, there will be a URL that this is going to generate for us. And this URL is what we are going to use to now navigate through our application. It's still working. And as you can see, we have it is building, currently building. Let's wait for it to build. So let's wait for it to build. Still building. Sometimes it takes time like this for it to build, and after the building, then everything just goes smoothly. Still building. I'm going to wait. It's taking time actually. It's taking time. It's taking time. But let's wait for it. In a few seconds, we are going to be done. So before this build finish, so let's go to root folder and let's see what we have here. So in our root folder here, we have CSS, we have JS, we have a library, and this JS contain my JS for this application, right? So I have user.js, TCC, site.js, payment.js, main.js, init.js, and e-filing config.js. So I have callback functions. So I have a build.js. So, I have a JS for majorly the things that this application will be doing. Oh, thank God. So as we can see now, so this application has successfully built. So we have our URL here now. So, and this URL is where we are going to copy into our web browser. So for us to display, for us to see this page, so we are going to copy it now, and then I'm going to paste inside my, uh, okay, so I'm pasting here. Okay, now so here we have our application running through our local host after we type .NET watch run. So we have the application like this, and as a taxpayer, so you don't have an account and you have to create an account like this. I don't have an account, so I have to create an account for me to be able to log in. So that's why I'm going to choose don't have an account register here. So choosing a, so it asks for a few details. Now, let me supply my details. So my name is Toyin, and I give it. So I give it my, uh, I give it my email. So my phone number. So I select gender male. So let me type my password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then register. Okay. So let's wait for it to perform the registration. Okay, so the registration is successful and my tax ID is this. So now, because of how I design it, I make sure that for every successful application, just wait for 3 seconds and take them back to the login page. So that is what just happened. So I'm going to log in with my tax ID now and using the password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Login and let's see what happened. So wow, so my login is successful. So after the login is successful, what we are going to see now is now telling me that welcome to in and welcome back to, which means this is the total tax pay that I have, active runs, quick action. So we have tax client certificates, make payments, if any. So these are basically what you can do on your dashboard, right? So, and as you can see here, this dashboard generates bill, pay as you earn, TCC application, my profile. But here now, so we are going to go into what? Into generate bill, because here is where we are going to generate our bill. So I'm going to generate bill now. Okay, so now walking through the generate build. So because I've done the test demo, so I have one build that has already been generated, right? So but let's generate another build so that this will help us to see what we are actually doing. Okay, now so to generate a new bill, just click on open payment form, then Now, as you can see, if it will ask you, what do you want to pay? Like we have so many ministry in a state, so you have to select a ministry that you want to pay. So this is not hard coded here. This is dynamically placed inside the select box, right? So I let me select one. So let me select this. So which type of revenue I want to pay, I select, and so how much am I paying? So let me say I am paying like two $300 or 3,000. So I'm pressing proceed now and let's wait for what it does. So which means this proceed has actually generated a new bill for us. So if you restart, if you refresh the page now, so you see that what we just picked has been generated. Can you see it here? So we have the registration of contract, the bill number, and my tax ID, the bill amount. So now the status is telling me that I haven't paid, right? So created as this minute, this time. So now for me to pay it, so I just click on pay me. And on clicking pay me, then it gives us a payment successful, tell us that this payment has been successfully made. Actually, the process that is supposed to happen here is that I'm supposed to link it with a payment gateway. So after linking it with a payment gateway and you supply your details, so it collects, it make payment for you, then it display this success page. But right now, this is just a demo page, so we don't have the capacity to connect with a payment gateway. So I just have to have this page like a success page like that. And this is just a quick overview of what I have done with the C sharp. And actually, I'm going to show you my database just now. So let me show you my database. And this is my database right now. So we have a smart revenue. This is the connection that we connected with the other time, smart revenue. So opening the database, so we have a lot of tables here, lot of tables here, lot of tables. Okay, as you can see, we have a lot of tables and these users. So you see, we have a taxpayers table, and I'm opening the taxpayer table. Now, looking at this, this is what I supplied the other time, and that is why this is what I supplied the other time. That's why I've been able to log in with my tax ID here. I've been able to log in with my tax ID. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much.